I don't know where to go because I don't have a chair. Nope. Maybe I'll just stand here, hike you guys up, and just stand here. Hey guys, welcome back. I guess welcome back to me, to all of us. I am so excited to get my channel up and running again soon. First things first, I need to tell you guys about getting off of my medication and a couple of other things that have happened while I've been on my couple-month break. When I say couple months break, you know I'm not actually being serious about taking a break. When you have 2 under 2, there is no such thing as a break. Something I did not anticipate for this summer is that baby B is still very attached. Our first daughter was totally okay with other people holding her, but our second daughter is almost 8 months old, and she still will not let anybody but mom hold her. So the couple-month break that I needed to take this last couple of months was because I physically could not move outside of just carrying baby B around. She hit like 15 pounds, and my body was like, nope. Oh crap, I'm dripping. Oh crap, I'm dripping. You see that? This is my problem. Crap. You know, that was my bad. I did make a sudden movement. Okay, where was I? I guess there's our segue. Let's talk about how my brain's doing. Casually lean on my dresser here. Last we talked, guys, I was on diamox. It was lowering my cranial pressure. It was absolutely changing my life. I'm not going to go over the whole list of ways. Check out my previous videos if you want to hear updates on how I was a couple of months ago. But around maybe 4 or 6 weeks ago, I feel like it was somewhere in July or so, I noticed something odd in my urine, and I was also having really bad abdominal cramping. Like all the time, all night, something felt wrong with like my organs. And then I woke up one morning, I went to the restroom, and I was just like, I'm not going to get into the details of what was up with my pee, but I was like, that's not healthy pee. This is not good. So at that point, I decided it was time to try getting off of diamox to give my body a break, and within like days of not being on diamox anymore, my body felt way better. Yes, I did taper. I was doing really well off of diamox for like a week or two. I still had the benefits of the lowered cranial pressure somehow, but I also wasn't like achy like I was before. But unfortunately, ever since then, for the last month, I've just kind of been on this slow and steady decline after getting off of diamox. Now, I'm not sure if I ever really revealed this to you guys, but it was always the plan for diamox to be a short-term thing for me. I saw in the literature that most people only see effects for like 1 to 1.5 years. Like most people don't stay on diamox long-term. So it was the plan for me to not be on diamox forever. Rather, I was planning on using diamox as like my gateway to health. It was to temporarily lower my brain pressure so that I could implement all of my supplements, my lifestyle changes, my diet, how I was going to exercise, and just make the transition postpartum before where was my sentence going? Oh no. Before I got off diamox and hopefully was able to stay off of it and not need to go into the surgeries, brain surgery, stents, shunt stuff that typically happens with people who have my condition. So, that's not great. My diagnosis was already feeling very confirmed by the fact that I responded so well to diamox, but now I feel even more reassured that I am definitely running high pressure. I do feel like diamox was a great golden ticket for me to get my proper diagnosis while being able to avoid that lumbar puncture because I was worried about that. So it's great. I'm feeling solid in my feet. I'm feeling solid in my diagnosis. Everything is matching up the way it's supposed to, finally. And then there's another thing. Hold on. This is horrible. Being on diamox and making all this stuff go away, and then getting off of diamox and watching myself go back into the pattern that I was in before has been eye-opening, life-changing, not in a good way right now, but I'm at least starting to pick up on like what I'm doing right and wrong for my treatment plan. My ear has just not stopped ringing since that explosion happened, and it's distracting. So, that's how my brain pressure is doing. My brain pressure is still very high. How is my POTS doing? You tell me. Here I am standing filming a video. You guys remember POTS Care package. I am a huge advocate for these tools because even when my cranial pressure is high enough that my intermittent leak is coming out, I'm still able to stand up sometimes. I can tell by the way that I'm talking that after editing, you guys aren't going to be able to see how choppy this video is. But trust me, I'm doing a lot of takes. It's taking a lot of pausing to figure out what I want to say. So I'm actually sort of having a bad brain day and a good POTS day. So I did want to let you guys know that over the last couple of months, my POTS has still been pretty stable, and it does ebb and flow with my brain pressure still. High pressure days, I'm more POTSy, and when my pressure is under control, I test negative for POTS. Here is a card with my tilt table test where I actually passed. I've been standing up for maybe 15 or 20 minutes or so at this point when I'm filming this video, and I can tell my heart's racing a little bit. My hands are a tiny bit clammy, my feet are a little bit clammy, and I'm like the slightest bit out of breath, but overall pretty good. So I'm glad that that's still the case, because with baby B being so clingy to me and the fact that babies always want you standing up when you're holding them, it just is much more convenient to be able to stand up. I wish that was like sarcasm. That felt like such a sarcastic thing to say, but like, yeah, to be able to stand up. This is such a blessing. The other thing with diamox, I had one more thing with diamox that I was going to say over here. Look how bad my eyesight is. I'm like, okay. It wasn't written down. I remember though. With diamox, I was off of it for a few weeks, and you guys remember my plan was to be on diamox. That's lowering my pressure. I'm getting my lifestyle changes, and then I'm going to keep those stable while I taper down my diamox, and hopefully those will keep me right in high. High in a good way, not high as in high pressure. However, a few weeks after I got off diamox, we had company. We had company for like 3 out of the 4 weeks of August or something crazy like that. Maybe even more. We had my best friend come for like 10 days. We ran science camp, and then like 3 days after science camp, my in-laws came into town. They were here for a week, and then they left, but then their car broke, so then they came back for 4 more days, and it was like this big, crazy, hectic, stressful, da-da-da. So I also feel like maybe I got worsened by the chaos that was August because I wasn't on my normal routines. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that I do still have hope that I might do really well off of diamox, because I think I have a really good plan in place. I just feel like I haven't really gotten a fair shot to implement it. My mouth autopiloted to fair share when I said fair shot. And I'm getting really bad stutters now, so let's hurry. I really have one more thing I wanted to say. I think this is it, and that is that I am loosely planning out my return to YouTube and my return to Instagram. I think I need to be really lenient on my posting schedule, especially for YouTube videos, because they're a lot more work. But I'm thinking about doing more of the educational stuff here on YouTube like I used to do back in the beginning. Think like the Migraine Aura series and that kind of stuff. And letting you guys know how much of that resonates true for me, for my conditions. And then over on Instagram, that's where I'm going to talk about the actual lifestyle changes I'm doing. I feel like the supplements that I take, how often I take them, what my diet is like, and the things I'm okay with and avoiding are just like changing so often that Instagram feels like a better platform for that. Plus then I can give you guys links a lot easier and that kind of stuff. And then the last thing for YouTube, guys, how many last things do I have in this video? A weed whacker turned on outside, and my brain went, and now it's, the sound of the weed whacker feels like static in my brain. I didn't miss this. I have already started posting again on Instagram a little bit. I'm trying to. I'm active on stories again, and we'll see how it goes. It really is just going to depend on baby B and how much she's willing to separate from me, and also my symptoms, how much I'm able to think to get these things done. I also have some huge service dog stuff in the works. I'm working on something that is not a video about service dog training, at-home service dogs, and owner training a service dog. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Patreon knows the secret. Instagram stories knows the secret. I'll tell YouTube eventually, but yeah, lots of service dog stuff coming too. And yeah, So I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Sorry for the jumbleness of the video. I was not expecting to film standing up and then have a brain explosion 2 minutes into filming, but I think we made this work. Make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications because I'm not going to be uploading on a schedule at this point. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you when I see ya. Bye.